in the black community. My thing is that we always call everybody in the community a scammer of the black community whenever they do something that, people don't think is that great. And I just think that that's not what I would call a scammer. I don't believe Dr. Watkins is going around, trying to play the black community and not give them a business person, then saying, he's a scammer and he's scamming the black community. Because I have an issue personally with us doing that to everybody. Everybody's a scammer. Even earlier today, you said I'm a scammer, but I've never sold anything to the community. I've never done anything. I'm not selling anything to scam anybody. But even then, you see how quickly we attach that word to everybody. So that was part of my problem with it. Not that you didn't have the right to get your $180, but I guess the way it was presented.
Okay, so let me say this. First about the PayPal thing. Me and Boyce's agreement, because of the contract and stuff, he told me I didn't have to send in an invoice. I just call him and tell him my time, and that's how I got paid. So that's why when you said, well, she just didn't send in an invoice, I'm like, I didn't have to send in an invoice. Stupidly, he and I kind of had like an under-the-table agreement. Secondly, I don't think you fully understand. Like, I can understand why you are loyal a little bit to Boyce, because Boyce is one of those people, like, when you first meet him, don't he seem like super relaxed and like super cool? And it's like, how could he have any enemies? And so I can understand where you come from in that you don't really understand the depths of his scamming ways. But I'm telling you, you don't understand. I know. I wish I could zoom in on my eyes. I know what he is doing. I have inside factual information. This whole thing it's getting really, really bad to where if y'all on live, hey, the feds are going to be involved. Now, y'all think I'm lying. Y'all think I'm crazy. It's that bad of what he has done to not only black people, but mainly black women. I think because of your personality is why he didn't really feel like he could get over on you. But me, like, a lot of people say that I'm like impressed. I'm kind of like naive in what I am. And so because of that, people feel like I'm very impressionable. They can get over on me. So he really kind of, I don't want to say swooned like in a sexual way, but he really kind of pandered to that side of me. Like, oh, a father figure. Like, I'm here for you. I'm this, I'm that. And he was able to do certain things like he's done to other women, which is way more. And these women can't come forward because they have non-disclosures. But Boyce is not this innocent person that I think you think he is. And all you can talk about is like your perspective and you're dealing with him. But I'm telling you, I'm a person that follows the paper trail. I'm not going to sit over here and lie on him just to be lying. He has done some treacherous things. And just how you don't like Zaza, Boyce and her was cool. So you think he didn't know what she was doing? That's why he was kind of silent.
He didn't know what Zaza. He wasn't even dealing with Zaza.
Let me tell you, Zaza,
he wasn't a part of that. Just because they knew each other. This recent thing, he had nothing to do with that.
I don't think he had anything to do with the scam. But Zaza, Boyce, and Umar, all the same. It's just a different way to go about it. So that's why, like, hey, even advice to you. You did come in through Boyce, because I guess that's how you started off on your platform. All I say is that for future reference, like if something like this occurs, you have a right to give your opinion, but don't be like shocked if like with me, because I feel like you're kind of shocked. Like, why does she feel like I shouldn't speak on it? You could have just said whatever like with me and went against me with colors and stuff like that. But when you specifically like went after the Boyce thing and like you tried to question my character, that's when I had such a problem. So like that's why you felt like, well, why did she come for my mom? And why did she? Well, I didn't talk about your mom, but like why did she come for my parents? And why she just? Because I felt like when you brought up Boyce, you were throwing personal shots at me and my character, and I take that very seriously, and I went ballistic. So you know what I'm saying?
Right, I got that, but I want to say this too, though, is that I didn't make that video with your name in it and go into everything I was saying until after the fact. And the reason I only really went and made that is because of the few videos where you heard me mention your name and you didn't like me mentioning you in those moments. You went ham on me, sis. You're like, that's why your son is in jail. Like, that's hurtful to me.
Yeah.
It really is. You know, and saying like all of this shit about my family and stuff that had nothing to do with that, because even what I spoke about when I spoke about you, I only spoke about what I knew as far as when we were in the meetings, right? And maybe when I was like, you don't know how to fill out a fucking invoice, chick, I was being a smart ass because you had said a whole lot about me. Had those videos not taken place, I wouldn't have made a full-blown video about that. And some of that was my anger at you because of all of the things you had said about me in that one video, right? Because you had said some shit that really wasn't sticking to what we were talking about. It kind of went to the left personal. But I do understand where you coming from and where you were upset at me saying some things. But I would have never made that video saying any of that stuff about what I knew from you being at Dr. Watkins had you not made the first video about my family, which you made because of the few comments you heard me making.
Yes,
And I'm
yes.
tripping like, I'm tripping though like this. Like I'm making hour-long videos. I talked about Paris for 2 minutes. How the fuck did she get word of this line and now I'm making videos about her? I was just addressing comments or it was relevant to the conversation at the time. And to say that I was making videos about you, I didn't take it like I was making videos about you. That's not what I call making videos. If it's relevant or people bring it up, I might say something about somebody in that moment. Let me say, in calling you a heifer, I don't know where I'm from. We call people heifers. I didn't mean nothing personally by that. When I was trying to defend you with Tommy Sotomayor saying he was gonna hit you, I was actually trying to point out the fact that he was a punk for saying that shit. That's really what I was trying to do, and it all got misconstrued, right? And then it came over to this. So I just wanted, really, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad that we're here now because I don't want to be beefing with sisters. And I'm glad that me and you could be out of the sisters that I be having beef with, right? I'm glad that me and you can sit here and have this discussion. And what I will say to you is that I won't say nothing else about you in that negative manner. I will keep in mind. Now, if you say some commentary, I might make a joke and be like, Paris said some shit, I ain't agree with her, but I ain't gonna call her a heifer, y'all. But you know what? We can agree in that, right? We can agree in that, and we can let that go. We can definitely do that, right?
Yeah. I think
So
we
I see where you coming from. I see where maybe from my perspective that I could have approached things wrong in some way. And so I will admit to that, right? I will admit to that. So I don't know everything you know about Boyce. I do know that in my relationships I've had with him, and I have several friends who work with him, that those have not been my experiences. And I will tell you this. If I was to find out, and I've said this before, that Dr. Watkins is scamming people, or he is doing things to the extent you're saying, I gotta have proof of that before I can speak up on it, right? But if I find that, I will owe you another apology, and I would have no problem doing that.
I appreciate that because I wouldn't like. I think some people think I'm devious, and maybe that's what you thought. Like, how can she be so ungrateful, or whatever? But like, it disgusts me to know like that's what really was going on and what he was doing and what he has done to other Black women that I know for a fact. And I have a lot of inside information on things that he has done. I wouldn't just come out and lie on him because I had so much respect for him. I wouldn't just lose a relationship like that over $105. Like I fanned out over Dr. Boyce, like, oh my God, he's a celebrity, he's this, he's that. But when I found out, like after my experience and what I know for a fact now, I was like, wow, I felt stupid. And then to see like somebody like you that was defending him, and then maybe on your end, you don't know, like, cause I feel like you guys are kind of like close knit, like Fly Nubian is like a family. So it's like if somebody talks about your family, of course you're gonna go into.
Yeah, that was part of it. And that's why I only spoke to what I could speak about in the meetings. I couldn't talk about the other stuff y'all said because I didn't know nothing about it. And I did say that. And I guess sometimes when you're wrapped up with certain people, being a Fly Nubian queen and around Dr. Watkins, when people get pulled up in mess, they like pull me into that shit because I'm around those people, right? So sometimes when people are getting attacked, like I use like Dr. Watkins, and then you was talk about Fly Nubian Queen, after a while when you're around certain people and they're being attacked, then those attacks kind of come for you because you're associated with them. So then you feel in a way that you want to defend yourself, right? When it really is not about you. I mean, I don't know if it's something else you want to say, but I would say I'm glad it ended in this way. I would say any way I've offended you, I apologize, right? That's never my goal. That's never my goal. And I would say that even when people disagree with other folks that I have, a camaraderie with and I'm able to have conversations with, that would be my hope for everybody in the Black community. I don't want to beef with nobody, right? And I think that we should show people more of this, that we can have these situations where we can come to some understanding. And you know what? If we would have had a conversation instead of talking at each other through videos, we probably could have come to this conclusion a lot sooner than that. So I thank you for taking me up on the offer and sending me the link because I said it to a lot of other sisters, but you're the first one. So shout out to you for that. I respect you for that.
Yeah, and with Sin, I think that I don't want y'all to. I want y'all to probably get to the same place too. Sin is like a big sister on YouTube, and so she's seen how like I've been attacked on YouTube by other people. So it makes her feel some sort of way. But I don't think it's really anything personal. She just didn't agree with it. But like I think now she sees this and she understands like y'all probably will be in the same place because I don't like to argue with people. I just like to put out content, and I'm glad we had this conversation. And you don't gotta worry. Like I'm not gonna make no videos or whatever like in direction to you because I'm pretty sure that you're not gonna make no videos. And
wow. And I wasn't gonna say that until I got that link this morning.
Which one?
The link of your video this morning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew you was coming for me. You know why? Because I left Fly Nubian Queen. I was like, oh, Paris. I wonder why.
Yeah. But just be careful. My mom may run up and jump on your neck. No, I'm just like, don't worry about that. But I appreciate this, and I hope, if other women on here have problems with people, we may argue at first, but we can get past it, and we don't got to worry about it. So I appreciate this. I hope you have fun.
I do too. We can agree to disagree. Look, it started off all crazy and then it worked out smooth. So if anybody take an example from this, no. With all of this drama and us fight with one another, we need to learn how to come together and have conversations and agree to disagree, right? And it ain't about all that fighting. Enough of that shit going. I ain't got time to be fighting people every day. So I'm glad to have one less person gonna be making videos about me. Thank you, Paris.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. But yeah, I appreciate this, and you know what? Much success to you and your future endeavors.
Well, same to you. Same to
I
you.
appreciate that. Well, thanks for talking to me. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, you have a good day, sis.
You too. Take care.
All right.
I was like, apologize. I apologize for this.